Good morning, traders. Today is Monday, May 5th, 2025. Happy Cinco de Mayo, if you celebrate that. Um, it's definitely start for me today. It is 10:06 on the East Coast at the moment. Just looking at the market now. Looks like we're having some more up in the equities. But let me go over the disclaimer real quick. This is for educational purposes only. This is not for buying or recommending or selling any futures contract or foreign exchange contracts. So this is just know that trading is risky, and then there's a lot of risk involved. You can lose all your money even if you know what you're doing and well capitalized. So right now the equities are pushing lower, but they started the day moving higher. Right now we're looking at ES on the right here in the middle. It's going lower, and we have YM at the bottom on the top. So the bottom right here we have ES. Let's look at it in the big picture. Yeah, we got a big candle moving higher here to from the lows from overnight, and now it looks like it wants to bounce high again. So it's a big fight here between buyers and sellers. It looks like the sellers are pushing lower here. The market internals are definitely bearish. So I definitely look at this here as a sign that we could be going low at the same time. I think it's possible here with this market. Now let's look at YM, big picture. Probably same scenario. YM is moving higher. I think ES might follow suit here too. ES, when we see when we get a pullback here on ES and then try to go long. Let me go over here. So we have above VWAP, so definitely favor a long here on ES. I'm sure NQ is kind of doing the same thing here. Yeah, NQ is moving and pushing higher. Same thing here with YM. Another thing that we trade is LE, which is live cattle. It's ranging right now. They open live cattle. Let's look at the big picture in the 30-minute. We open a little lower than we closed last time, but we quickly closed the gap. And now live cattle should be something we're looking to buy, but it's ranging at the moment. Probably best way to trade live cattle at the moment would be to wait for bounce of the VWAP here at 12 to 12.05 and 07. So probably wait for a little pullback here to do that with this. But in the meantime, ES and NDT is a tool that I use to get into the market quickly without to click a button. I can be in and out. Yeah, I can be in and out with just one click of this. So right now ES is looking like he wants to push higher. So this is the direction we might be favoring here. But I'd like to see a pullback toward VWAP here first before we do that. Let's see. Oh, maybe we're not going to get that. There you go. This is the pullback. Plus the order got canceled because we got a negative bar. Okay, we got filled here. Let's see if we can at least get to the first target. Gonna move our stop a little closer to this here, about 3 points. 5 ticks at the moment. We hit the first target. We're marching higher here. See if we can get that second target, which is before the pivot, which is I think that's almost to the high of the day. Okay, we got taken out the second target. We'll take that. We'll take this winner. We'll definitely take this winner here. I gotta be careful here with ES. It's looking like going lower. It might be an option here. Look at this, for example. This is like a trend line here that's got broken. So I know we just had a win on the upside to the upside here. Here it looks like the downside might be the way to try the next trade here. So let's wait for a pullback to the upside and then we can try to sell it. Geiger counter is all red. And LE here, we're waiting for a little pullback on LE. We're waiting on that little pullback. We need a pullback on LE to go long here. Okay. ES is giving us that pullback that we wanted. If we can go back to the backside of this level, hit the trend line, and then go lower, then that would be ideal. Wow, we already missed. I think we missed the move down here. Or do we? Yeah, we just missed it. wasn't quick enough to go short here at 72.25. We may get another chance here. I think we may get another chance. Let's see. Because right now we'll be chasing it, you know. Because technically, if we got in where we're supposed to get in, we'd have at least hit the first target. Well, we come into the VWAP too. That could be another place to bounce it. Be careful. Be careful there. Yeah, we're arranging at the moment. There you go. Then we're gonna chase it down here. If you chase it here, you definitely you'd be in trouble here. 10-16. Yeah, just wait and see here. Ellie to wait and see as well. It looks like we're going higher here. Let's see. Are we going higher? We're going higher. Yeah, we are going higher. At least for the moment. We're gonna be quickly to move us up to break even here because this is a ranging area. We got I think 71. Can be married to the bias of this market. For 1 second you may think, okay, this is going higher, and the next second it's going lower. So we're at 74.25. Is that where we got in? We got at 74.25. We got at the first target here. See if we can get to the second target, which is earlier we kind of entered the same place too. As you can see here, 74.25 was an entry. We got the first target and we enter again at 74.25. Now we're trailing the second contract. So trailing that second contract here. Let's see if we can do 79.75. That's our target here. That second contract is moving higher. See if we can make that. We can make the target. The target is right in that right before this little fair value gap. Now got a 9-minute fair value gap here. Let's see if we can get that. That'd be nice. That'd be 242. Already 242 basically. Got 2 winners. So anything we get here, it's to make it even nicer. This market, the key to it is to let it show its hand. Let it show its hand because eventually it will. Here, if you get enter here, let's say you go short down here, you got definitely bamboozled. You get definitely taken out. But again, now short after the break of this line here, you definitely make some money. You at least have make my first target. First target is 10 ticks. We're scalping today. Today's Monday, so I'm not trying to stay too long in this market, but as you can see here, waiting for maybe a pullback to this band here, 74.25 again, maybe bounce from there. This is not too bad for a Monday so far. It looks like we want to go higher here. Again, we knew this fair value gap, and also this it was a pivot before too anyway, so we knew this has a high probability there would be a little bit of rejection here. Honestly, if we can get rejected all the way down to 68, that'd be best, but we may not get that. Right now we're looking at the Geiger counter going higher. The Geiger counter is going higher. The trend is up, so we're going to be buying. Here's the pullback. Let's see. We're going to get just a simple pullback or a double pullback here. What I'm probably going to do here is I'm going to go downstairs for a minute, and I'll be back in a second. Let me put something that says that here. Okay, I'll be back at 10:30. And if you're looking at the bottom right, it's going higher. That's something, you know. It doesn't look like we're gonna be able to trade this today. Hey, earlier was bullish here, but I wanted to maybe tag the VWAP, which it's not doing. So ES is going lower at the moment. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Before I go, I want to acknowledge Noah's presence here. Good morning, Noah. Hopefully things are going well for you. I'm not sure which market you're trading today. So far, I took 2 trades on ES, 2 longs, both winners. So one was the winner partial. We got the first target, the second contract got tagged out at for 2 ticks. This is a full winner. We got 10 ticks on the first one and 22 ticks on the second. So far so good. Now we try to do our best here. Now ES looks like it wants to go lower. The equities looks like they're at resistance here. And all morning, really, the internal have been bearish. So, looks like the bears want to take back control here. Live cattle, bullish. Wanted to pull back toward the VWAP. We never got that. Wanted to hit the VWAP. But right now, it's going higher. If you trade NQ wants to go lower here, it looks like. So, I think we're in a bearish phase here. what they did here. They came, let me see, they went, no, they even didn't make it to the high of the day. But it looks like that's what they were going for. At the moment here, equities looks like they want to go lower. So, like I said, I'll be back in about 10 minutes. So let's say 10:35 because I'll be back in a few. All right, I'm back. It's 10:33. Back a couple of minutes earlier. So I don't think I missed much here because when I left, price was right around here. Looks like he wants to go lower here. Oh, look at LE here. Let me know in the chat what you're trading, how things are going for you. Right now, it definitely looks like in a down rotation here on ES. The ES definitely looking bearish now at the moment. We got all this market internals going lower. But we're hitting VWAP though. So when we're hitting a VWAP like this, that's not a best place to go short. We may see a little bounce here. If we break VWAP, yeah, see this little bounce right here. Got a 3-point bounce. Almost a 4-point bounce here. I think we're going lower here. Timing is everything in trading. I mean, I'm sure you've probably heard that 1,000 times. The timing is everything. Now, when I make this bigger here, I went long here, get my first target. Second contract got stopped plus 2 ticks. Here I went long, I got a full winner. First target got hit, second got hit, and turn around. Like right now, we're definitely looking to see. We're looking to sell ES, but at the same time, like I said, it's right on the VWAP. It's a very timing is everything here. So we're seeing the bounce here at the VWAP. That's a confluence between the RTH VWAP, regular trading hours VWAP, and the Globex VWAP. Globex VWAP is at 69.5. And RTH VWAP is at 69.5. So we can see this level. It's a big level of interest here. Let's go to the 30 minutes here. Let's see where are we as far as the fair value gap. Yeah, we're hitting this zone again. I think right now we may be going higher. Yeah. Again, we got 2 winners. We're not too eager to be trading at the moment. But if you're trading, up is the direction right now on the equities. Entry had 73 and a quarter. I got my first target if I entered there. So this market can turn on a dime. We all know that. That's why you can't be mad with a position or the bias. Like right now, I'm looking at YM. Very, very choppy. Very choppy. But looks like they want to push higher. LE, which is live cattle, pushing higher. Again, we wanted a deeper pullback here to get engaged, but we didn't. So ES is going higher here, and equities are going higher. Again, hindsight, you're like, hey, you missed the century. I wasn't really trying to trade it anyway. The call, hey, looks like we're moving higher here on the equities. Let me look at the major stocks are probably positive today. Let's look at that here together. In trading view. Oh no. Some of them are down. Apple's down. Amazon, VGO. Well, it's kind of like a mix. Netflix and Nvidia is down a little bit, but they're pushing ES higher here. We had a resistance, which is 83. This is the resistance, so we may see a little pullback here. Then to engage long, to go. They're going lower here to go higher. It may bring this back all the way to 78 here. I say all the way to 78. 78 is about 10 ticks away. So, yeah. Or could this have been a stop run here? They're running the stops up there at, around 82. Now they're pushing it lower. So time will tell here. Really at the moment, we're not too eager to trade. We got for a Monday, that's not really bad. We got a couple winners out of the gate. I started a little later today than usual, so that's another thing. So it looks like they're pushing higher here. Or they're retesting this level. There you go, pushing higher. Again, sometimes they go and retest those levels to get people along. See if anybody said anything in the chat here. Yeah, let me know what you're trading. Anything happening on your side here? The chat to communicate if you need to. Again, not really being sold that long over here. So if we move higher here and move higher here when we go and don't make a new high, we may think about selling it, but it's again that's still risky. I think both when you're in doubt in this market, you may want to just stay away. You don't have to participate in this market. You know, you don't have to take a position to be trading. We're trading right now. We're just on the sideline. Good morning in the chat. Whoever's in the watching on YouTube, good morning. Session on LE took 19 ticks to upside on 3 contracts. Nice, Noah. Good job. So right now we can see here it's a back and forth going on. Let's look at the order flow. I mean, I've been looking at the order flow on the other chart, but let's look at it here on screen. Some selling going on here. We should expect that. Some aggressive selling on this side. On the 3-minute, we got almost a doji here. Show some indecision here. But let's see. Can we go higher or lower here? Yeah, great job, Noah, on those on this LE win. Again, I started really looking at the market around 10 o'clock. So it was kind of late for me. It was a much later start than usual. That time Ellie already moved up. And when Ellie moved up like this, I was waiting for a pullback a little lower to like toward 212. I never got it, so I never got engaged in it. But if you got back in here at 212.67.5, that was a nice place to go long. Right at the opening here, there was a you could have gone long here, but waiting for this pullback and go long here on to 11.85 was great, or even above this high, because this is a resistance area. If you again, I'm not a breakout trader, but if you just use this level to say, hey, if you break this out above 212, I'm gonna go long, you're definitely deep in the money right now. So right now, ES is looking like he wants to go higher, playing around this level here. Bet would be right now is this market can hurt both sides here. Because a lot of times the market's trying to hurt both sides of the price, either buying or selling. So right now we're seeing some selling pressure coming in. Could be here. Because right now, to me, it's just a big box developing here. Between that's the box that we're in. So in this box here, I don't think I'm gonna touch ES. 40 Eastern, nice. So you got in probably 40 Eastern. So you got in right here on this little pullback when it started going back higher here, which is great. Because it hit when you look at the top left here, almost hit the VWAP, and then it started to go higher again. Nice. So right now for ES, it's a box. We're not gonna engage. IM looks like he wants to go higher. While IM is at the line of the sand, which is 436. 436 here is a major resistance area, so we may see some down movement here. With ES here, we're not gonna be trying to guess which way we're going. We're just gonna wait. Right now we can see we got a ranging indicator on the Unirenko here on the top left, showing it's ranging. ES here, we definitely want to stay away from that while it's ranging. The likely scenario here is to move higher, I would say, because the bears here, well, we're trying to sell this here, they have a better chance of getting one over here than the bottom left here. We can see, yeah. Again, if I was a betting man, I'd bet this market is going to break out to the upside, but we don't, because we're still kind of like from the open here, we bullish. So if we're going to stay with that theme, I think we're going to the upside, but it's in that box. We wanna get out of the box first. Now you may say, hey, how would you trade that? How would you trade this here? We got this box here. So let's say they break out the box. I would wait for a comeback somehow to the box, to the top of it or somewhere in there, and get back out. And then I would engage long. I think 57.10. That could be a place they go to. That's the line of the sand for the ES. If they break to the upside, if they go to the downside, 56.56 is where I would expect them to go. So I think before it's all said and done, one of these levels is going to be hit today, most likely. Again, I don't have a crystal ball. Nobody does. Even though some people, the way they talk about the market, they think they have that crystal ball. I don't. So just looking at this here, I think bullish is the way to go, but definitely want to be careful here on when you go long. Now, if they break the box to the downside, All bets are off for the bullish. But they may do that too. What they're doing here, they're taking orders both sides here. Buyers, sellers, then they'll determine which way they want to move it. Again, most likely here, I mean, since this market's been going higher from the open, we open down here, so we travel quite a bit. So the market resting here it's not surprising to me. Well, I can see here in the Geiger counter showing, hey, we're going to the buyers are kind of taking over here. The buyers are pushing it. So we should see some kind of move higher here. But now, it's very neutral. I mean, when you see the needle is gray like this, there's no color. It's not red or green. That means we're having a stalemate, which is what we're having here in this box. It's a stalemate. And also, now we got green. So it's a chance here. Like, I think it was Jim Carrey that's in the movie. Dumb and Dumber say, hey, you saying there's a chance. I think there's a chance it will move higher. Probability is onto the upside here. So let's go back to here. So looks like we're getting this move higher here on ES. Let's wait and see. Definitely at this pivot here, we don't want, as you can see here, my ranging indicator on my Unirenko bars are showing the same thing here. So that range has been ranging here. Now we're pushing higher. I even say, oh, why didn't we get in long? We didn't know that. We're trading at the right edge, not in the middle of the chart. Now we can see everything that's happening because it's already happened. I think that's one of my bots testing this thing here. That's one of my testing a couple automated strategies that I made on some. I have written a plan. But because this is, anyway, let's just look at line. All right, let's see if we can get a pullback here. If we get a pullback and go long, an opportunity to go long, we'll do that. Yeah, just looking at this here, definitely long sell the preferred direction here. Jump on this. We should expect some kind of pullback here. Or maybe not, Look at YM here. How YM is poised to keep pushing higher. There you go. This is the push higher. Once again. Like to see a pullback here. I can say, hey, where should you expect this pullback here? From the bottom of this box to the high here. Let's look at this fib. Here. 38.2 is right at the top of the box. Honestly, if they come back to 83, 84 area, that would be ideal. If we see a turnaround on 84 and go long, that would be ideal here. Because right now, we can't be buying this here because they'll be chasing it. There's a high probability they're going to bring it back. So you wait for that. I think the hardest part of trading is waiting for the right setup. Because a lot of times we want to be active 90% of the time when we really should be active 10% of the time. The other 90% is just waiting and observing. So we're going to try to do that today here. Just be patient and wait for what the market's going to give us. Still in waiting mode here. Okay, it's 11 o'clock. We should see some kind of movement here. Top of the hour. They could use that as a way to, if you're long up here, you're weak long, they're going to try to shake you out of this. So you should expect some kind of move to the downside here. Or they may just keep pushing it higher. One thing to keep in mind, 30 minutes the London market will be closing. So if we're up all morning, typically you're going to see a reversal around that time. So if we're up, we may be going down here. So that's something to keep in mind because people are taking the profit here. Let's see what the chat says. Oh, it's a bank holiday in Europe. Okay, see? That's why I like this community because, sometimes I may not know certain things. I may not be paying attention to everything. So Europe is closed, so that kind of changed the dynamic here. So we're seeing a push higher here. All right, Europe is closed, back holiday, and also today is Cinco de Mayo. This is a pretty big holiday here. Holiday I think in Mexico and some other Latin countries. I think in the U.S. they have usually big celebration and festivals for that as well. All right, so we still fighting around those levels here. Ranging a little bit, not too much clarity here, not much clarity at all. Again, overall, we would like to buy this market. Pullback is due here, I think. Yeah, the Mexicans are too distracted to trade. Yeah, definitely. Today is a celebration day, especially yesterday was Sunday, so they may be recovering from all the partying they did yesterday. So it's a big deal. If I understand, I think next year will be 2026. So I think that Cinco de Mayo will probably fall on a Sunday. So let's quickly look at that. Oh no, it'll be on Tuesday. It'll be moved one the other way. Okay. Stand corrected. Maybe not, Jimmy. Tell me a little bit about them. All right. So again, here, move down here before we go higher is very likely. I'm not too eager here to try to buy this market at the moment. Gotta wait for a pullback. We kind of had a pullback here, definitely, but I think I want a deeper one. Yes, that is true. So we definitely see some buyers being absorbed over here. Look at all this. See this imbalance here? This imbalance, nothing happened after it. It just got to here, and then the next level was 32.8, 4.8. I mean, we're losing steam here on the upside. The downside here, we're gaining steam. Let's see. Again, it's too much of a gamble here to go one way or the other. You could be tempted to go short here, definitely. But for me to go long here, I would like to see a deeper pullback toward 80, 40, I say. Yeah, even 85. This is what we're looking for, basically. We're looking for a breakout, break the box, come back on top of it or somewhere in there. There you go. So we're seeing there's some down movement here. Here's the down movement. Yeah, still 6. Sure what happened. Like some new information came to this market to make it move this way. So 50% retracement here. Are we going higher? So you come back to 84 and a quarter here. So we're not comfortable going long here. So ranging. See, I think here we may want to try to go long here. Let's see if we can get that. Looking at my other chart here, other flow chart. Let's see how we go. I think what we're doing here is below the swing here. We want to probably give up on this trade at 84 maybe, but we don't want to be get tagged out for a buy tick either. So it looks like we might lose this trade. I think we get caught in this chop here. If we lose this trade, we'll be break even for the day. Pretty much. There you go. Buyers are coming back in here. Trading is a game of patience. Just gotta be patient here. Either it's gonna tag us out and have a break even day, or we're gonna recover here. Go. Buyers are coming back in here a little bit. There you go. It's a big back and forth we got caught in. So at the moment, it's gonna go either way. Let's see if us keeping our original stop at 83 will save us here. We may get bailed out on this trade, or we may not. Because at one point we wanted to go to 84. We never actually dropped the stop there. Yeah, we're gonna stay with our original stop here. Whether they're gonna tag us out on all right. Almost got us. We definitely got in a position where it's $1 million question. Hey, will we survive this? Don't know yet. Obviously, if we break 89 here, should reduce our risk. I think some alignment to the upside here, so hopefully that will sustain. 86 could be a place we move, but I don't want it. Maybe 85 here. There you go. We got the first target got hit. Wow, this trade a lot of heat here. Took a lot of heat. More heat than I would wanna, but stuck with a gun here at 83. On my 83 was the support. First it was, so right now we're probably gonna get taken out the second target, which is fine. It's a much better outcome than having a loser. Again, at first we wanted to move it to 84 here. That would have been definitely tag us out for like 3 ticks and go higher. Well, I think we got lucky here a little bit. Because when you get to 83 and a quarter, which is 1 tick away from us, so what we did here, there's no way we could have prevent. I mean, we could have. We knew this was arranging, but when we went here, we got the signal to go along here, stop below at 83. No way that we could foretell like what was gonna happen here. Somebody said something. Yeah, it's a nice save I would call this trade a save, because here we got this here. So it's a nice save here. So I think at this point, we're gonna be ending the stream. So right now it's not bad. We got 3 trades, 20 winners on a Monday. So we're not gonna press our luck. So have a good one. Have a blessed day. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Same time, same channel. Tomorrow morning, I'll definitely try to get on much earlier than I did today. So let's just call it a day for now. So you guys have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye. So YouTube, bye. And I'm probably going to stay on WebEx for a second here. Let's see.